Legend has it.
Legend has it.
I didn't start from zero, though.
Right,
so let's be honest. I say that my $1 million journey is still on YouTube. Y'all can look it up. I had to make like 300,000 more to tangibly have it. Like I've seen millions come and go like throughout my whole career, but to physically see the zeros at once, like I had never seen that before, like in my account. So my goal was to have $1 million in savings, not my other accounts. I wanted to save $1 million by my birthday, and we did it. Like, and that's another thing about manifestation. Like, I said that, and I didn't just tell my friends. I didn't just like say it to myself. Like, I'm gonna do this. I said it publicly. Ooh. Like, I'm gonna have $1 million. Like, and when I posted that, I was like, oh, I have to do this now. Like, it's game time. But that's how you manifest. You say it, you believe it. I didn't worry about how it was going to happen. And, so we made it happen 7 days before my birthday. The whole thing is still on YouTube. The whole journey. It was super dope. And, on my birthday, we transferred over $1.
A few years later.
I feel like there's been so much financial, just my finances. Like,
boy. So we got to talk about this video that recently went viral, involving this black feminist influencer by the name of Simone. Now, she is one of these people who is not very talented, but got lucky and made some money, and apparently doesn't really know how to handle her money. And she has been getting roasted all over the internet due to the fact that she recently broke down in tears about her finances, right? She's now struggling, okay? The same person that basically bragged about being a millionaire, right? Went around telling everybody how she's a millionaire and she's seen millions come and go, and, she's, great, right? Amazing, okay? Because, I don't know, she made some money doing comedy and, wilding out, was on a few reality shows, but basically I think all she got now is a podcast, right? Again, I know nobody knows who this woman is because, again, she's not really that talented, right? But again, she ended up getting lucky, and she's being roasted. And the reason why she's being roasted is because she went viral before a few years ago for basically stating that she feels like she can't date a man that has a normal 9-to-5, right? She says she can't date a man with a normal job, right? She needs a guy that basically is on her level, and she feels like a man that has a 9-to-5 is not on her level. Take a look.
Can't have a 9-to-5.
What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
so
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not gonna understand my lifestyle. You're not gonna understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you're making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
He has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. All right.
Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9-to-5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9-to-5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle, okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working? What you doing? Working? Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? Okay, let's go. Okay, you understand my life. You understand what I'm going through. I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9-to-5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur-ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur-ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. I'm becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband.
Yeah, so you see that? You heard that, okay? She doesn't want a 9-to-5 working man, right? She wants an entrepreneur, right? Rapper, drug dealer, hip hop artist, doesn't matter, okay? She just wants somebody that's not a regular normal man with consistent cash flow and income, right? She wants a man that she feels like is a CEO, okay? She wants a top tier guy, somebody on her level, okay? Because she's a millionaire and she wants a multi-millionaire as well too. And that is why, she is struggling to find somebody, right, to be with, okay, to, share income with. And now she is complaining about going broke, okay, because apparently she doesn't know how to manage her finances. And on a recent podcast, she started breaking down in tears, crying, because I guess most of her savings has been invested in an app, right, that she's creating for women's empowerment. And she no longer has liquid assets. And because she doesn't have these liquid assets anymore, she can't enjoy the type of lifestyle that she used to enjoy, which again made her cry. Take a look.
I feel like I am attacking something that I can't see right now.
Wow.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like.
You feel like you're attacking something you can't see right now. Do you feel like you know what it could be? Although you can't see it, because sometimes our spirit does know. Like,
I feel like it's breakthrough with what I'm creating with the app. I feel like there's been so much financial, just my finances, like the budgeting. You see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. And because I've invested in this app and this platform, I don't have the liquid. I got the money.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming. I have it in assets. I have it in jewelry.
Yeah.
I have it in, but it's like the liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But you're also used to a hustle mentality.
For sure.
And this time when you set out to do the app, you said that you wanted to do something that was legacy.
That's going to have longevity. Not quick.
Yes, you didn't.
I don't want
it.
I don't want it quick, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I know that. I believe in what we're building.
Yeah,
but I think that that's what I'm fighting.
Use the microwave, and this app is a crock pot.
Wow,
this app is a slow cooker.
Wow,
and you're gonna reap the benefits of it later. But right now, you're sowing seeds into that. And so it just takes time, but you'll have that liquid cash.
I believe that.
You'll have all
I
that.
believe
you know
that.
it.
Yeah. So you seen that, you heard that. Okay. Now some of you guys may be asking, why are you doing this video? Why are you talking about this? Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because one, I think that financial literacy is a subject that I am very much interested in. Right. I'm passionate about. And I think that this story right here is a great example of bad financial literacy from a feminist, right, who was bragging about being a millionaire, okay, and I guess, again, she became a millionaire through means that are not consistent in income, right, and because of that, she got a big head, right, and she said, well, I don't need a man with a 9-to-5, right, I'm too good for that, right, she said she's too good for a man with a normal job, right, 9-to-5, she wants somebody that's on her level, right, an entrepreneur, okay. And because she's an entrepreneur and also a big spender, apparently, she basically has blown all her money on things like, for example, jewelry, okay? And then she invested a ton of money in this app. And my guess is that she invested a ton of money in this app because she doesn't have any other source of income, right? Significant source of income, because if she had significant sources of income, she had consistent cash flow coming in, then she would not be boohoo-whining crying about her finances, because she probably should not have invested in this app unless she had consistent cash flow coming in to supplement her lifestyle, or the lifestyle that she wants to live, before she started this app, right? The fact that she started this app without the cash flow needed to maintain her lifestyle suggests that she probably did it out of desperation, looking for another source of income, because her podcast probably does not bring in that much money, right? Let's be real. I think that's what's going on here. And one of the reasons why I say that is because apparently she used to make $1 million a month, according to her, from YouTube ads and sponsorships on social media. But now she's lucky if she even makes $10,000 a month, right? So I guess what happened is that her podcast, her main source of income fell off, right? It fell off. Now, what I find to be hilarious about this is that a man with a 9-to-5, you know, one of those normal jobs, okay, actually solves the problem that she has right now, which is that she doesn't have a consistent amount of cash flow coming in, right? A man with a 9-to-5, which she refuses to date, would be somebody who could supplement her and her business ventures because he would have that consistent cash flow coming in needed to sustain the lifestyle that she is looking for, right? Because apparently, you know, she's too good to shop at H&M, right? She has to shop at Bloomingdale's, which, by the way, I don't know what Bloomingdale's is. I didn't know what Bloomingdale's was until I stumbled across this video. I was like, what is Bloomingdale's? Because I'm not a big shopper, right? I'm almost a minimalist, okay? Anything that you see me wear, right, in these videos is either going to be something from my merch shop, right, or it's going to be something from Amazon, right? I mean, I might splurge, you know, every now and then I might buy some Under Armour, right? I might buy some nice gym clothes, right? But outside of that, I don't shop, right? I don't know anything about fashion and clothes and stuff like that, right? It's just not my thing. I actually have a friend who works in fashion, and he told me, it was like, you know, you need to get a Rolex, right? You need to step up your watch game, okay? Whenever you you know, want to get a Rolex or whatever, hit me up and I can get you a legit piece or whatever. And I was like, why? Right? I was like, why? Why do I need a Rolex? Okay, why do I need, you know, an expensive watch? Like, what's the point? Now, again, you know, some people collect watches and stuff like that. And, you know, watches, you know, the right kind of watch will hold value over time. But, like, I'm just like, why? Right? That's the first question I ask. Why do I need that? Right? So, you know, again, maybe I just can't relate, right? I can't relate to some of these people, okay, who want to live these extravagant lifestyles. And clearly she was living above her means, right? She was living above her means, and she dismissed the idea that she needed a man with a 9-to-5 who, again, ironically, would have that consistent source of income that she would need to sustain the lifestyle that she wants to sustain as she builds up her app, which I don't think is going to be successful, by the way. I think it's being done out of desperation because I think her current opportunities are not great, right? And I think that she's basically looking for a way to bring in more income because, again, her current opportunities aren't bringing in income that she needs to sustain her lifestyle, right? So I just got a feeling that this woman is going to go broke when, you know, again, if she wasn't too good for a normal man, who knows, right? Who knows? Maybe this would be a little bit different. Maybe she'd be in a little bit of a different situation. So with that being said, you had a bunch of people on the internet roasting her, okay, and commenting on this situation. And the fact is that she doesn't want to date a man with a 9-to-5, right? For example, fans brought the comments back up following her H&M confession, with one writing on X, Simone once said that she will never date a guy who works a 9-to-5, but now she can't even afford to spend money on clothes. Another commented, quote, looks like she needs a 9-to-5 job to help her balance her lifestyle and finances. A third wrote, this is the same woman that was up and said, I'll never date a guy with a 9-to-5. Life has a funny way of humbling people. I don't feel bad for her at all. Yeah, that's true. Life will humble you, right? I mean, I'm just saying this is why you probably should be on the internet bragging about how you got millions of dollars, right? And how you made it and how you're too good for regular, normal, everyday people. Another user joked, this is a damn tragedy. Okay, folks, it's time we set up a GoFundMe. H&M? No way, sweetie. One fan asked, she used to be a millionaire. What happened? A sixth commented, Simone said she couldn't date a 9-to-5 dude. Now she broke, and 9-to-5 dudes have health insurance, 401ks, and credit scores over 700. God got jokes. Yeah, life certainly does have a way of humbling you. And I think that's what happened to this feminist. I'm just saying, maybe she got to go get that 9-to-5 that she looks down on so much, right? Maybe she got to go out and find a man with that 9-to-5, right? In order for her to have some stability in her life and her finances, right? I'm just saying, maybe that's what she needs to do. But, you know, who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.